And we're back. Part 7. See what he's got in the store today. Nothing. Alright. And I think I'll go... And, well, I don't know. I don't think I need spike weeds, but... Spike weed or jalapeno? I'll go spike weed. Good. So if I set one there, they're not going to get it. But anyway, as I was saying in the last part, before I had to cut it due to file size issues, the whole thing with Xbox One, like when they started it and kind of continued, the unfortunate part is they got what they wanted. Because of course they would. They're fucking Microsoft. They'll get anything they want. As long as you let them, of course. And, unfortunately, their plan worked. Target a bunch of stupid, gullible children. Make them grow up on Windows 10 and condition them to accept it as okay. Ever wonder why all that stuff was so blocky and almost like Fisher-Price? Well... unfortunately, that was the point. Though, a lot of their earlier designs were still pretty good, despite the, at times, rather crooked intentions of Microsoft to brainwash impressionable young kids into accepting limiting software that controls them. I still think the look of it was pretty good. Like Windows 10. I love that wallpaper. The operating system, though, it's a messy piece of shit, but I managed to tell it to fuck off. Updates. Bye-bye. Windows Store. Yeah, had to fly. Especially Windows Defender. Oh, yeah. Terrible. Had to split. The Windows updates especially are the biggest backdoor, because you're just letting a company have unrestricted control over your shit. Well, what happens if they decide, you know, I'm feeling bored one day, how about I just push an update that forces all of your bullshit into OneDrive against your will, and breaks it. And then they wonder, why are people not using OneDrive? Well, gee, Microsoft, I don't fucking know. Could it be the 17th time that you fucking broke it? And then deleted people's personal files for no fucking reason? Maybe. It could be. But I think Black Ops 3 called it pretty accurately. They didn't do all of these things by accident. They were by design. This bullshit was always about control. Trying to make sure you had none, and it didn't fucking work. You know why? You know why this shit's falling apart and people are going to Linux and making their own solutions? Because it's as simple as any other empire or dictatorship or any other group of people with terrible intentions for the public. They all fall apart when they make too many enemies and destroy themselves. It's the same shit that happened to a lot of army games, I think, especially near the 2010s. And why you don't see as many of those anymore as you used to. Simply put, Call of Duty made too many enemies, so they had to change. Or they felt they had to, at least. Thanks to Titanfall and whoever else at the market who was popping in, actually giving them some proper sort of unique competition with new ideas or otherwise ideas that are done in new ways. Then, unfortunately, Titanfall kind of fell apart because they couldn't decide that they wanted to make any more games. They're just like, yeah, you know, let's compete against ourselves and Call of Duty, and we'll see how well that goes. Not very. Not very. At all, in fact. It's an easy way to kill a franchise, is to cut off the money, and then act all kind of loosey-goosey and mysterious for 10 years while people want you to make a sequel. Oh, well, it didn't sell well because you didn't make it sell well. You designed it to sell like shit. Not that people don't want that style of game, it's just you didn't give them that game at the right time. And then they blame you and me for that kind of bullshit. It's like, the writing was on the fucking wall, EA. You knew what you did. You wanted to make another, like, budget, you know, AA game series or whatever that could compete with Call of Duty, the same way that they did with Garden Warfare for a while, or Medal of Honor as well, Army of Two. Sometimes they'll shuffle between some little series here and there, but the unfortunate part is that it rarely often sticks around long enough to make too much of a name for itself, and when it does, it's often ruined by some little issue that starts as just, you know, and that, maybe I don't like that. And then it devolves from, oh, maybe I don't like that too. This is a completely fucking miserable experience as a result of them not taking any measures to fix this garbage, which is the problem I had with Battlefield 5, I think especially, where they went from, okay, we're forcing political fucking propaganda onto you, even though this is a World War II video game, in a publicity marketing stunt, to just say, yeah, you liked Battlefield 1? Yeah, well, fuck you. Fuck you for liking our game. We're pissed off at you now because you liked our game. So we'd like you to stop playing our game. But, you know, if you don't like that, just don't buy it. Straight up. That guy got fired real quick. And it also helped that he's a greedy scumbag. And also didn't help that the developers over at Dix, or, oh, sorry, the DICE, my bad. They cut all theirs off. Bunch of fucking pieces of shit with a horrible attitude ever since, I think, Bad Company 1, if not, you know, a bit sooner than that. They have always had a terrible attitude in my, you know, less than stellar experience with their shitty track record. They always blame the people for poking fun at their artistic expression when it's just blinding us with lens flares that are brighter than the fucking sun. Shit like that. They still never fix that. Battlefield 6. Yeah, well, it's not a bug. It's the way it's supposed to look. Yeah, you know, because reality looks very blue and gray and fucking yellow all the time, right? Well, maybe if you're wearing beer goggles, yeah. But regardless, Battlefield 5 is a straight-up fucking unfinished game, and then you got contrarian dickweeds on YouTube who suddenly, because, you know, the next game or whatever the fuck it was sucked, say it's somehow good, even though it was never fucking finished. You'll criticize unfinished games until an even more unfinished one comes along. Then all of a sudden, it's okay. Water under the bridge. All's forgiven. Even though they still took 500 steps over the line and set your yard on fire. Nah, water under the bridge. Totally fine. 10 out of 10. Would burn my house down again. IGN. Oh, there's the Zomboni. Took you about 500 business days to arrive. Was wondering if I'd have to ice my, you know, fucking ice myself at this fucking rate. I just gotta go upstairs, grab a fucking bucket of ice, deliver it faster to this yard than anyone else. Fucking hell. And it's time for the assault on the backyard. I'm afraid our, you know, I'm afraid our pool party is closed. But they heard we're having a pool party, so they're going to be right over. I'm going to stop them. Here goes nothing. this level, yeah, this was my favorite level in the game. Because all you have to do is get your army of 3-peaters. You've now successfully covered all lanes. Set them on fire. And that's one thing I do like about the design of this game. They put everything you have learned to the test. Now, just because I'm playing like a jackass, I didn't learn shit. In our hypothetical situation here. Now I also need to anticipate where the Zomboni is going to come from. Bingo. Ding. Ding dong. Ding dong. Dinner's served. Come and get it. They're sending in the big guns, and so am I. Bottom lane. Called it. Fragged him. Pop goes the weasel. Terminated. The fires of hell may rain upon you. Excellent. One more torchweed and we'll be set. Squash him. Dolphin threw in the pool, and I think I just threw a big old jalapeno. There's a torchweed. Let me throw a jalapeno down here. That's a lot of money. Let me grab that real quick. Jalapeno. I don't know about you, but this is my kind of barbecue. I think you could pretty effectively farm this. If you needed to get money, there you go. Easy, infinite cash duplication exploit for Plants vs. Zombies. Here they come. They really never stood a chance, did they? Pour a few out for your homeboys. They just been served. Awesome. Alright, time for the fog level. The fog, man. So, nighttime again. Not recommended for this level, because there aren't any graves, thankfully. Hold on, let's see. There we go. I'm going to buy some rakes. And then I'm going to buy the pool cleaner. Just in case. Because the fog level, where it starts raining, that one gets pretty screwy. So the final fog level is also the only one where you can find the Yeti, if I'm not mistaken. But it's also like a 1 in, I don't know, 2,000 chance, which is fucking stupid. It was something dumb like that, but thankfully, from what we've learned, he's gonna get whacked. Bam. Clocked him. Bet you he's going the bottom. Nope. Second top. But yeah, go Sunflower on the night levels every time. Oh, it takes longer. Well, like I said, just plant a shitload of the shrooms down. You'll kill them. There we go. Bottom lane, cone. Bye-bye. There are some gaps in the fog. You can see them sometimes, but better safe than sorry. Oh, Jack in the Box. Never been to Jack in the Box. Don't know if they're still open or not. And there you go. Set up the defenses. And the Jack-in-the-Box dude is toast. That's one thing I hate in these fucking games is suicide enemies. Especially suicide enemies that run right at you real fast. Then it basically just becomes a game of reaction time. I remember the fog being a lot more intense. Well, anyway. Then what was it? I think I just had... Yeah, it looks about right. And that's the thing, if you need a guaranteed kill, that rake will buy you some time. And that is excellent. So, I think I'm ready. Let's rock. Yeah, I think it just expanded a little. Because I could see the rake before, now I can't. We're going to set up the line. Alright, right there. Gotcha, bitch. First line of defense here is going to be... whichever one. Take your shot. Bottom lane. Toasted. I think he's going to go top lane. Yep, second top. Called it. That guy up there is a lot easier to see. Now, thankfully, any cone heads can be killed with a 3-shot, but I don't know. I think we might have a football guy down there. No, we got a cone head. But I need to prepare just in case. The football guy and the Jack-in-the-Box guy are my primary concerns. And they could be anywhere. Alright, now I'm going to start setting up the defense of the scaredy shrooms. Now, thankfully, the football guys cannot come from the pool. Bingo. Big wave. Yoink. Putting the little bath toys in there. No need for lily pads. Just place a bunch of junk up front. We'll use it as a time waster. Bingo. Money, money, money. Alright, there we go. I think the Jack-in-the-Box guy is probably... Yep, there he is. Top lane. Now my defense is pretty solid. Just blind fire, spam a bunch of puff shrooms. And then you win, pretty much. Yoinked one. Because if they cost 0, then it's a net gain. No need for walnuts when you got 100 puff shrooms. Damn it. There we go. Well, that works. So they're going to be sending in the balloons, I see. Alright. I'm going to probably, yeah. Why the fuck is it getting laggier with every single one? I hope that's not a warning sign. Yeah, I don't particularly have a lot of money now, do I? Okay. Well, let's see. I need the cactus because it needs to pop the balloon zombie. I can probably do without the fume shroom. Potato mine. Alright, so first guy's gonna come top lane. Alright, so thumbs up, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Alright, got another fucker right there. I'm gonna plant some more of these and get a line of defenses up. Sweet. There we go. Need to make sure I have enough sun for when the balloon zombie comes in. So I can pop him. And it won't be so bad. Oh fuck, where is he? That's not good. He's there. Yeah, I probably should have gotten a cherry bomb. Alright, we're gonna let that one slide. He can have the lawnmower. Bye-bye. Alright. Where is he? Gotcha, bitch. I probably should have gone with the squash. Alright. That's fine. I'll let the pool cleaner get him. Or will I? Gotcha. Alright, sweet. That's going to do it for that episode. Lawnmower down, but don't worry. We'll be right back with a new one.